So my rear seat is all fitted up. Now I need to change the cover and paint all the trim black. And change this rug to black. And I had a stroke of genius. My rear panel is cardboard and it's all beat to crap. It just covers this area right here. So I went to Home Depot and I found this chalkboard for like $9. It's I don't know, close to 3/16 thick. It's already painted black. I'll cut that to the same shape as the cardboard that goes there, and that should work. And then this is they call it a commercial entry mat. It's just like a cheapy rug with a rubber backing. I'll try to change this carpet out to this stuff. See if it does the trick. We'll see. I mean, the rug for this thing is like $30-40. This panel's like $30-40. This rug mat was $17. And this, like I said, was like $9. See if I can make it work. I don't know. I'm trying to put the old seat cover off my rear seat on this fold-down seat if I can make it fit. We'll find out. I also took apart the seat latch and the retaining piece. They were all rusty, so I sandblasted them and painted them quickly. This piece, I don't think was ever painted. It was just plated with some kind of silver stuff, nickel or whatever the hell they use. Silver cat, I don't know. But everything's in really good shape. Works great. I just sandblasted it, glass beaded it, whatever you want to call it, with my little cabinet, and I used Eastwood detail gray, and this is just some kind of Worth flat black I had that dries really fast. So I'm gonna doll these pieces up. No one's really gonna see them, but you know, I'll know they're there and they look nice. So here is the original GM backer board thing that goes behind the rear seat. So when you fold it down, it looks like a finished panel. It's just cardboard, and it is beat to shit. So I bought this chalkboard for, I think it was $10. That is much larger, but it's got the flat black surface I want. It should be reasonably durable. I'm just gonna trace this thing on it and I cut it out with my meager woodworking skills. I added a leg right there because it was kind of chewed up in the end. I think it probably had a piece there. There's a plastic piece that goes here, like a rubbery kind of thing. It's a trim thing, and the bumper goes over that. So I will check that before I make the final cut. I should twice cut once, right? But this is basically what I'm gonna do. Trace it out, cut it out, just put some flat black on the edges so it doesn't look like bare, whatever the shit is, particle board or some kind of crap. So it looks kind of neat, and that should do it. Okay, expecting a disaster, I taped off the entire thing so my saber saw doesn't make marks on the black part, and also so it has less chance to splinter the edges and give me a nice clean cut. I'm doing my best, so let's see how shitty it comes out. If you know me, you know my woodworking skills are legendarily bad, but let's keep good thoughts today. Okay, there's the finished panel. It looks pretty good, actually. I relieved it around the latch. It's a little dusty, I gotta wipe it down. And there's the hole I cut out for this guy. This, you take out the bumper and stick this sucker under the bumper, and then this, you know, finishes the hole. So it's, I think it'll fit. I gotta trim it a little bit. It's really close, but I'll do that tomorrow. And that should do it. I'm just gonna screw it down so it's not rattling. I can put some felt on the backside or something so it's not tapping anywhere. But I'm pretty happy with it. Looks good. I'm just gonna touch up the edges so it looks all black. Pretty cool. Alrighty, YouTube. Here's my finished product. There's the $9 chalkboard. I had to touch up the paint on the edges where I cut it and drill a few extra holes for some screws at the top, but that's, zoom in a little, that's pretty much it. Finished product. It just covers the back hole. That's all. Thinking about it, I probably should have put some insulation behind it instead of having those open holes in my trunk. I mean, they don't go directly to the trunk. There's still a steel panel behind them and the top well. But I can always take it back off and put them in, you know, put some insulation in. I had planned to put some speakers in this thing eventually, some big ass speakers or an amplifier or something, so I could do it later, I guess. For now, I just want to get the fold down seat back in, get my interior together so I can start driving this thing a little bit in the weekends. It's convertible weather, so that's it. That's the finished product for the moment. I think it came out pretty good for a $9 chalkboard from Home Depot. Stay tuned for more. For my next trick, YouTube, I'm gonna take this old red fold-down back seat and take the material off it and put the material off my original rear seat on it. It's actually in very good shape. It's just dirty. I mean, it's white. White's a bitch to keep clean in an old car, but I'll scrub the shit out of it. It'll look nice. So my hinges and the back panel here of metal have to be taken off and sanded and painted. And just so you don't think this is a pristine red seat I'm ruining, the top is all heat destroyed. It's all brittle and crunchy. It blew through here and here. Junk. Tricky part is going to be the cutout here. 68 and 69 fold down back seats have this cutout right here. Get a good look at it there, where the striker is for the latch. That's where the latch handle sticks out right here. You grab and go boink, boink. So, my seat obviously doesn't have that cutout. It would be right up here. Dum, 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 right here. But I'm hoping when I put it on, material on that seat, I can just pull it in tight with the hog rings. And I don't know. I never said it was going to fit perfect, but I'll do the best I can. So, stay tuned as I ruin this. So, here's what a fold-down rear seat looks like when you start taking it apart. This panel right here is the actual folder downer part. It's heavy as hell, and the latches bolt to this, the hinge, whatever you want to call it. And this panel here has a rug glued to it, and then it screws down with these perimeter screws. And also these little slots right here. There's one there, there's one over there, there's one in the middle. It's a metal slot that, where the hell is it? There it is. That these things key into. So what you do is you drop this down on the seat, keyed into these things first. You know, that goes in and then down, and then the screws, you know, go in the sides and across the top. And that screws this piece down to this. I've never seen one taken apart before. That's why I figured I would video this for posterity. So what I want to do is take this original seat and put the cover on this seat. And the first thing I see, let me throw it up here. Ugh, shit. Sorry. Put one on top of the other. What I'm seeing is, even though the legends will tell you that a fold-down seat and a convertible seat are identical size, you can see that they are at the very outer edge where the widest point is. This point here. And here and here it's the same. Same over here. I have a lot of room to work here, sorry. Yeah, you can see this point is the same distance as this, left to right. But looking at the prodder view, there's a bit of a difference. I mean, this is where the scallop is, the cutout, whatever you want to call it, for the latch. This little cutout right here, you can see it. This doesn't have it. But on this side, you can see it better too. The cover should fit. Really good view. Yeah, the cover should fit, but this metal part here, this is definitely wider. What I was hoping to do was take that back panel and just stick it on this seat and just use my original seat, but it ain't gonna work. I think this one, I shouldn't say this, but compare it, but looks like the white seat, the non-fold down seat, maybe deeper, you know, thicker too. Looks it to me. So at any rate, I have to continue my original plan and take this cover off this seat and put it on that seat. So let's try to do that and see what happens. All right, YouTube, we're back to work in the shop here, aka my basement. This is what the rear seat of a car looks like with no material on it. That's the underlayment or stuffing or whatever you want to call it. It looks dreadful, but that's what's between you and springs and your seat cover. And this one, I'm gonna guess, got a mouse or something in it at one point, because this is all kind of chewed up right here, and is, I don't know if it's rust from something or mouse poop or what the hell that is, but my car sat in this guy's backyard for many years. So I don't know, it's possible a mouse got in there or something. I don't see a whole lot of chewed up stuff, but I mean, this is all missing, so who knows. Anyway, I pulled the cover off this seat. This is my original seat. I took the red cover off the fold-down seat, which is there, and this is the fold-down seat back with my cover from that seat on it. And I just got through fastening it all, and it's not bad. I mean, it's a little lumpy here and there, especially at the top, but once I massage it a little bit, get in the sun, and get the seat cover to stretch and shrink a little and conform a little, it'll probably look okay. It's fold-down seat. I'm probably going to have it down most of the time anyway, so I think not too bad. I mean, there's the cutout for the latch. You know, again, this is not a fold-down seat cover, so it's a little lumpy right there, but you know, again, once the sun heats it and shrinks it a couple of times, it, you know, should pull in okay. Who gives a shit? It's, you know, it's an old car. This is the original cover. I didn't buy new covers because the rest of the interior is original. And I figured if they have a new white rear seat cover and the rest of the interior is 50-year-old dingy white, it's going to look, you know, shitty. It's going to stick out like a sore ass on a nudist colony, as they say. So, good enough for what I'm doing. You know, once I get going later on down the line, I can buy a whole new interior and skin it all together so it all matches. I don't care. Here was the panel all cleaned and painted, the rug ripped off it, and there's the hinges, and there's that trim piece on the top. So now I will slap it all together, and I gotta clean that seat first because it's filthy. Slap it together and get it in the car, and yay, we're getting there. So stay tuned, I'll film more as I get it done. Alright my friends, home stretch. The cover is on as I showed. The seat back is fastened to the seat. The hinging mechanisms are all bolted back on. Now I need to take this Home Depot rug, I guess you call it. It's like a rubber backed rug for like a workspace. Modify it to fit the back of the seat. There. And then we're in business. Hopefully this is the last update. The rug is all glued down. It's cut to shape. There's a screw in each corner. They originally were chrome screws. I went with black because it's a black rug, and I don't know, because that's how I roll. If I had to do it again, I would have trimmed it differently. You know, there's just rug ends on this side, and this side is the rubber edge. I trimmed it down a bit, but I was a little bit too trick on that one. I should have made it a little bit longer and made it the same on all ends. I left the rubber on this side, give it a little extra protection for, you know, bumping the paint. But that's it. It's done. Now I'll throw the whole mess in the car and enjoy the fruits of my labor. Okay, my friends on YouTube, she's in, and she looks good. Yeah, that corner, that's just shadow. That's not a ripple in the seat. I promise, that's just shadow. The cutout here is a little bit tight, but again, it's not a fold-down rear seat cover, so I'm grateful whatever I can get. I'm gonna use it one-handed here. Boom. Oops, I gotta tuck that back in. I don't have the bottom in, but I'll put that in after I clean it. And that ought to do it. Oops, my thing is in the way, sorry. Yeah, that ought to do it. I'm just gonna push my rubber backed rug down. The glue came out. It's contact cement I used to attach it. That's it. That's all too. Once I get the rear seat in completely, I gotta wash it, it's all dirty. That'll be it. My back will be done. I can put the side panels on and finish all the rest of this happy crap and move on. Always something to fix on these old cars. But I wanted a fold-down rear seat, and it looks pretty cool. I'm happy with it. Let me fold it up again. Ow. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Alright, YouTube. On to the next project. Throwing the side panels back in this thing, and here's a surprise I hadn't counted on. This lower ear here is where the you know, that ashwell molding goes to. Those two screws right there. Be the upper one on this side. And guess what? The bracket was missing, so I had to make one. Not pretty good, actually. You know, that funky double bend it has. I got them in phase. Yeah, they're on the same plane, rather. Not my finest welds, but it's a pain in the nuts getting in here, and I was trying to get on it and get off it so I don't burn the interior down. I feel like taking it all out, so once I paint it black, no one will ever know. More little surprises. Thanks, Pontiac. I don't see where it was ever there, so I can't blame my brother for this one, but whatever. The hole was drilled for it, so maybe I knocked it off, you knocked it off. I don't know, whatever. Just wanted to log this for posterity. Hopefully for the final time. Back seat is in, it's done, the panels are in, it's clean. I've never done this with the bottom end, so let's see if this opens. One-handed, kind of a pain in the nuts, but Ah, there we go. Yay! Look at me, huh? Convertible with a fold-down back seat. Sexy. Can't wait to go grocery shopping, throw my shit in there. I gotta do this door now. I mean, look at the difference in color between that and that. That's before and that's after. Wow. White gets dirty as a bitch. But we'll pep it up. Just gonna take it off and clean the shit out of it and grease up all the bullshit inside the door. Ooh, all right, one more time. Put it up. That's it. Done. Yes. Yes. All right, that's that.